In the boundless expanse of the Marvel Omniverse, where infinite realities stretch like threads in a divine tapestry, certain entities rise above all else, not just in power, but in purpose. Among them, three names echo with metaphysical weight: the one above all, the supreme being of Marvel, White Phoenix of the Crown, the transcendent embodiment of the Phoenix Force at its fullest, and the Darkhold Omega version of Scarlet Witch, a sorceress who rewrote reality with chaos magic amplified to god-tier proportions. This isn't just a battle of strength or will. This is the very question of narrative supremacy. What happens when the creator, the cosmic embodiment of life, and the wielder of pure chaos converge? Can even the one above all remain untouched when beings reach so high they challenge the very notion of what should exist? As we explore this otherworldly confrontation, we'll break it down not just by feats, but by philosophical implication, narrative function, and ultimate meaning. The one above all, Marvel's absolute authority. The one above all, TOAA, is the most mysterious and least defined entity in Marvel lore. He is described as omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent, the creator of the Marvel Multiverse and the embodiment of everything that exists. Representing the writers themselves, TOAA is not just a character but the source of all stories within Marvel's framework. TOAA has appeared only a handful of times in Marvel Comics. His interventions are rare, and usually deeply philosophical. He once spoke to Spider-Man in a moment of despair, guiding him through a lesson of faith and compassion. Even the Living Tribunal, the second highest authority in the Marvel hierarchy, answers directly to TOAA. But here's the real catch: TOAA doesn't engage in battles. He doesn't destroy his enemies. He simply exists as the narrative bedrock upon which everything is written. If a character becomes too powerful, it is only because TOAA allows it. His power is infinite, yet passive. He is not bound by time, space, or any form of continuity. He is continuity. He doesn't wield power, he is power. In that sense, defeating TOAA is not about beating him in battle. It's about rewriting the foundation of reality itself. And only a handful of characters have even come close to standing in that metaphysical arena. White Phoenix of the Crown, embodiment of transcendence. The Phoenix Force is a primal cosmic entity representing the embodiment of life that has not yet been born, the fire that gives life and takes it away. Among its countless avatars, one stands above all, the White Phoenix of the Crown. This version, often associated with Jean Grey, is not merely an empowered mutant, it is the Phoenix in its most complete, sentient, and enlightened form. White Phoenix of the Crown operates beyond time and space, healing broken timelines and restoring entire realities. She doesn't just destroy, she recreates. This form represents a unity between the host and the Phoenix Force, allowing her to operate with cosmic awareness and nearly boundless power. In the comics, she has repaired the damage caused by other cosmic events, mended fractured multiversal fabric, and transcended the concept of individuality. She is consciousness expanded to the scale of creation itself. Her strength isn't measured in punches or blasts, it's measured in her ability to affect the entire multiverse with thought alone. She is the living representation of evolution, rebirth, and balance. If TOAA is the source of all things, White Phoenix is the evolutionary flame that dances through its pages. Darkhold Omega Scarlet Witch, Mistress of Chaos Unleashed. Wanda Maximoff has always straddled the line between hero and god. But in the Darkhold Omega storyline, she transcends any prior incarnation of herself. After absorbing the dark knowledge of the Darkhold and confronting Thawne, the god of chaos himself, Wanda rewrites her destiny and reshapes magic itself. She defeats Thawne not just by overpowering him but by becoming a conceptual goddess who renders the Darkhold null. She literally unwrites the Book of Chaos. In doing so, Wanda gains a level of control over reality, probability, and magic that places her on par with the most powerful entities in the multiverse. In this form, Wanda doesn't need to manipulate reality, she becomes reality's editorial authority. She bends fate, reshapes magical laws, and defines the parameters of existence. The idea of defeating her in a traditional battle becomes absurd because she operates as a self-aware narrative force. Like astral regulator Thanos, she isn't just powerful, she is authorial. And perhaps the most terrifying part? She retains a deeply human core, emotions, regrets, desires, which make her unpredictable in a way TOAA and White Phoenix may not be. Her chaos isn't mindless, it's purposeful, driven by love, loss, and an unyielding desire to protect. Narrative logic versus cosmic feats. Now that we understand the scale of each entity, let's talk about how they operate when their paths converge. The one above all sits at the top of Marvel's meta-hierarchy. He isn't just beyond the multiverse, he created the concept of it. Yet, within the stories, there are times when characters appear to challenge or circumvent TOAA's will. The Beyonders destroyed the Living Tribunal. Thanos with the Astral Regulator erased multiversal laws. Could Scarlet Witch or White Phoenix do the same? From a narrative perspective, it's plausible. White Phoenix of the Crown has displayed the power to reconfigure existence, and Scarlet Witch has proven she can rewrite the rules of magic and chaos. But all of this still happens within the universe TOAA created. Unless a story explicitly removes TOAA from the equation, he still governs the sandbox. However, Marvel occasionally allows characters to eclipse boundaries. If Wanda became the new anchor of magic and Phoenix the steward of rebirth, could they combine to create a new cosmological order? Perhaps. The true limit of their power lies not in what they can destroy, but in what they can define. Still, while they can shake the foundation, TOAA is the foundation. He is the omniversal silence behind the noise. He cannot be unmade by anything born within his creation. Final verdict, the pen or the flame? So who wins in this impossible battle of cosmic supremacy? White Phoenix of the Crown represents the ideal of balanced creation and resurrection. She is the fire that both ends and begins all stories. Scarlet Witch, in her Darkhold Omega form, is the mistress of unpredictable change, the rewrite button to reality's code. Together, their synergy is profound. They could undo gods, erase pantheons, and even bend the cosmic hierarchy. But the one above all is not a god to be undone. He is the writer of the script, the page beneath the art, the space between each panel. He exists before story and after meaning. To defeat him is to cease to exist within Marvel's storytelling framework. Therefore, while White Phoenix and Darkhold Omega Scarlet Witch would stand shoulder to shoulder as two of the most powerful beings in Marvel history, beings that could challenge any entity, rewrite the stars, and unmake destiny, they do so within a reality that TOAA permits. Final result, the one above all wins, not through action, but by the narrative principle that without him, none of the others can even be imagined. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.